Managing people is really hard, and everyone knows what it feels like to have a manager who is struggling. Mental health, productivity, career progression, management has a huge impact on our lives, and a huge cost to organizations when done poorly. 75% of voluntary turnover and 70% of the variance in engagement, both positive and negative, is directly tied to management. Engineering managers, or EMs, are responsible for the most expensive human capital, but are the least equipped. Each engineer on their team sits at an average salary of $120K, and replacing just one of those reports costs up to 200% of that salary. EMs need to ensure each and every one of their team members are productive and engaged for the long term. But with so little time and so many responsibilities, EMs simply don't have the capacity to keep track of everything happening on their team. The only dedicated time they have with each report comes in the form of a weekly one-on-one meeting, typically 30 minutes for each engineer on their team. It's an expensive conversation, but today the most common tools used to run them are Google Docs and paper notebooks. I'm not kidding. While I was working as a software engineer at top software companies, this is what my one-on-ones looked like. A few high-level talking points plastered in a basic text editor. It's ridiculous, and engineering managers are looking for better solutions, especially with the even harder job of managing remote teams. But tools today don't address their needs. Analytics built for execs and generic HR tools don't help with managing an engineering team. And that's why we built CodeGem. CodeGem brings together everything a manager needs to lead a high-performing team. The foundation of CodeGem is our data. CodeGem integrates with the tools teams already use to seamlessly collect both qualitative and quantitative data. From a quantitative perspective, CodeGem plugs into both project management and version control tools like GitHub to automatically pull both historic and real-time data. From a qualitative perspective, CodeGem fits seamlessly into the team's workflow, collecting and keeping track of input like status check-ins, feedback, and kudos. CodeGem then combines these points together to give managers the holistic visibility they need to understand their team's engagement, productivity, and collaboration all in one place. However, the number one problem managers struggle with is juggling team management with all their other responsibilities. That's where the core of CodeGem comes in. CodeGem automates, streamlines, and optimizes the existing workflow of engineering managers, making them more efficient and effective. Instead of running meetings in basic text editors, CodeGem brings together everything a manager needs to run impactful one-on-ones, team meetings, and agile rituals, from automated action items to collaborative notes. CodeGem also helps managers codify team best practices and will automatically detect exceptions, facilitate discussion, and recommend actions. Finally, CodeGem brings it all together by integrating data-driven insight and guidance into everyday workflows. Similar to how waterfall development moved to Agile, CodeGem does the same with performance management. CodeGem integrates insight into everyday workflows so managers can proactively identify and address performance issues, bottlenecks, and burnout. For example, instead of jumping into meetings with no context, CodeGem gives managers data-driven agendas so they can ask the right questions to surface problems. And while CodeGem helps managers address problems early, it also keeps track of all the data over time. So when annual or quarterly performance reviews do roll around, managers are ready to go. Last but not least, with 60% of engineering managers transitioning into management with no training, it's virtually guaranteed they will run into problems they're not equipped to handle. And instead of struggling alone, CodeGem opens up the door to flexible, personalized leadership coaching. From our curated pool of experienced coaches, CodeGem will automatically recommend and intelligently match leaders with the right coach at the right time. And all the coaching happens directly inside their CodeGem workspace. The TLDR? CodeGem makes managers better and gives them everything they need to lead a high-performing team with confidence, driving engagement, boosting productivity, and increasing retention. In a world where remote work is the future, CodeGem will keep teams close, no matter how far apart. Ready to lead with confidence? Just like Slack, CodeGem is easy to set up and try out. Head to codegem.app to create your free CodeGem workspace today.